In the last episode, we removed the old cockpit dodger, and in its place, we designed and built a template for a hard dodger or a doghouse, whatever you want to call it. Did I mention how much we love this dodger already? We're also delighted with the positive feedback it received. Soon enough, we will share with you the process of building it in our garage, but for now, let's stay in the boat shed, where we carry on with the hull and keel repair, because we really want to get her sprayed before the end of this year. Our last visit to the marina was quite a short one. We only came for a few hours after work, and the reason for that was to finish the repair on the front section of the keel. The last thing that needed to be done was applying a copper coat. So that's what we did, and it's ready. 5 layers of copper coat. So now that the front section of the keel is ready, we can move on to another section, which is the middle section. So we asked the marina to move the boat and move the support underneath it to expose that bit that we need to repair. We thought, why not take advantage of it, and where the previous support was here, placed in between those patches. So we applied, on both sides of that support, we applied a barrier coat, and that will be ready that the next time we have to move the boat again and lift that support from underneath the keel to repair the last section of it. The marina guys will move that support onto here, but we will apply a copper coat first, and this will be ready. That means that when the day comes and we have to splash, and they remove all the supports, the boat will be all copper coated, and we won't have to worry that there are patches left. Like you usually see, people have to quickly do it when the boat is in slings before it's splashed. The guys from the marina did a really good job, because we've actually asked for a specific section to be exposed, which was the middle bit. They did it in such a way that they actually gave us a bit more space to work on. So now Ziggy can work on that section here, just quite a big chunk, but also on this one. And the keel is supported in 3 places. Now that means that we only need to lift the boat one more time before the keel is finished. So that's pretty good. Really happy about that. Yeah, today, that's what we're doing today. Preparing the keel for repair. Ziggy's going to be grinding, sanding. Okay, let me just shut up now and let him do the work. So that's done. It was a little bit hectic because it turned out that the cloths that I prepared for laying the glass turned out to be a little bit smaller than they should be. So we had to quickly cut new ones, and yeah, it was a bit hectic. But I think it's looking okay. A note for me, check first, and when it was dry I should have actually laid it against it and checked whether I cut it correctly. Oopsie daisy. So now that we have applied our layers of fiberglass, we have to wait 24 hours and it will be ready to start ferrying it wherever it needs to be ferried. We have already applied 2 layers of fiberglass cloth, and we stuck the peel ply onto it. So what's a peel ply, you might ask? So it's like a piece of fabric that has sort of like a textured surface, and when you stick it onto a wet epoxy, once it dries, you just peel it off and it leaves that texturized surface on the fiberglass, so you don't have to sand it. Kind of saves time a little bit. Once we peel it off, we are actually ready to apply a ferrying compound just to fill the lower spots or any imperfections, sand it so that it's nice and smooth, and yeah, that will be pretty much finished, and we will be able to follow with a primer, barrier coat, and with the copper coat. Yeah, slowly but surely we are getting there. Good?
Yeah, it's good. So what I'm doing, I'm just checking if there is any rough surface in the rough. I mean, sometimes when you use peel ply and it's not stretched properly, the resin is just coming into one place, and then you have to remove that excess with the sander. But yeah, that's pretty good here. Ready for priming?
Fast forward a couple of days. So the ferrying compound goes on to the second part of the keel repair. Now this is madness. I made like a cocoon kind of structure, and Ziggy locked himself in the galley, and he is cutting out the old seacock, and we will be closing that off because we'll be moving that seacock to another place. The new True Design seacocks we purchased are slightly higher, sort of bigger, and they don't fit underneath the cabin sole, so that's why we have to close it off. The amount of grinding required and the amount of glass dust that's created in the process is absolutely mad. I mean, I'm just gonna stick the camera in so you get to see, but it's literally stinking in my eyes already. Although I sealed off that area pretty well, I mean, still some dust gets through, and it's crazy. Nasty stuff.
Duży młotek potrzebuję.
And just like that, the Blake is out. He has to grind out much bigger area than that piece you just saw. So he already cut it out. But the reason why he's grinding out much bigger... Let me go downstairs because you can't hear me. Now on the outside, Ziggy is going to grind out much bigger area. Because to make a repair, well, it's not a repair, but to close it off, you can't just close up that small opening. You have to grind out and bevel out a bigger surface area and close it off with starting with a big fiberglass cloth and then building it not up but down to a smaller size cloth. And that's why there's so much grinding involved. Well, let's get down to the nitty-gritty of this process. This is a cross-section of our repair area. And these are the different sized discs cut out from glass laminate. We need several of them to build up the thickness of the hole. It is crucial to lay these discs in correct order, starting with biggest, because it gives us the maximum contact with the surface. Yeah, pretty nasty job. You can literally smell the fiberglass dust everywhere. It's horrible. Jesus. Oh my god.
That wasn't pleasant.
No, it didn't look so. You're covered, and like everything is covered in there. How are we gonna get rid of that dust? We're never gonna get rid of that.
No, we will. With the hoover. Great. At least that one is done now. It's
Only here.
about
You have to do outside.
outside now. Yeah. Probably about 8 to 9 mil on the outside. On the radius of 30 centimeters. So that's next now. I have this one, it's done, so this one you can move. I have maybe another 2 to grind, which they are in a bow section, and then we're done with them finally. I would like to do all of them in one go, but that's impossible. So yeah, but this one is done. Perfect.
Part 2 of this nasty job. I don't know how you're not itching. I'm already itching, even though I was on the outside of that cocoon.
Yes, working on a construction site.
Yeah,
And
don't
my
tell me that
skin
you. Yeah,
hard as like as asbestos.
yeah. All I can say is I wish you luck, and I can close this off. All done?
Yeah. I changed my mind. That wasn't fun.
Don't buy a boat.
That wasn't fun. No fun. Jesus. I wish we had a beer here.
I'll bring you some beer.
Will you? Mm-hmm. It's a promise, yep?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that's done. Oh shit, that was hard.
Next time, hazmat suit or something like that.
No, I don't care about hazmat suits. It was
Told
hard.
you I can put a bin bag on you. It would be better than this. Having done quite a few repairs so far using the West System method, we can almost do it with our eyes closed. Many GRP repairs on the boat start to look the same. On the whole, we have counted over 50 places where the repairs had to be made. The bow as well as the topsides are badly affected. Despite having the fenders, I guess these places are most at risk of taking the hit during berthing the yacht. Once those spots are strengthened with some fiberglass, a fairing compound is applied. The surfaces then are smoothed using a sander. But we soon realized that, due to the curvature of the boat, it is difficult to achieve excellent results using orbital sander. So we searched the web for a different solution, and we think we found it. I wanted to introduce you to yet another toy/tool that we acquired, and that's another sander. I know we've got a couple of orbital sanders, but this one is a little bit different. It has been specifically designed to work on curved surfaces, so it's going to be perfect to work on the boat. And it's going to be very, very useful, especially right now, because we're doing a lot of repair work to the hull. As you can see, it looks like a board, and it's called the FLEXI Sander. And it's called that for a reason, because it actually flexes. So it adjusts to the curvature of the boat. Fancy. We also acquired another tool. It's actually a FLEXI board. So it's kind of like a spatula that you use for applying fairing compound or other fillers. This FLEXI Sander has got a very good reviews online, but we haven't tried it yet, so I can't give you our honest opinion until we give it a go. But yeah, Ziggy is going to be doing quite a lot of sanding and fairing, so we have a chance to try it today. Our first impression, it was a mistake. Despite the simplicity of the design, it didn't seem easy to use it at all. It screams hard work, right? Well, you're not wrong here. It really takes a lot of effort to make this work. But the more we use it, we notice that it actually delivers and it does what it says on the label. Next up, we discover a problem with the keel.